Hi, Dr. Alex Touchstone here with CADCAMCAN.com. The long-anticipated Compass software is here. So I've asked our good friend Glen Freeman with D4D Technologies to join us today to show us the new features associated with the integration between Compass and E4D software. Glen, welcome.
All right, Alex. So this time I already created that treatment plan, so we're just going to go and open it up again and let it load our scans. Okay, so there's all our scans. So the only thing we're doing, so you've got a couple of views here, Alex, okay? We have our skull here, which is our volume rendered view, okay? And the functionality with your mouse, okay, you can play with it, it's exactly the same as Design Center. So my right mouse button moves and rotates the view. My middle mouse button zooms in and out, okay? And I can also move it around. And this applies for any one of these views, okay? You can also slice it using your slice planes here, so you can section the skull, okay? And what you've got is you've got four views on the side here. So we've got a top-down view from the top of the skull, and then you've got a frontal or a panorama view at the front. And the green line that you see, this section here corresponds to this section here, okay? And what you can do is you can actually slide these up and down, okay, using this. So what I'm doing is you'll see the green line will start to move, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down to my lower arch, okay, where I'm going to place an implant, and it's approximately around about there, okay? You can see the space here where we're going to place our implant.
Okay.
Okay.
And I know you're about to show me, but why can't I see the slice views on the screen?
So the slice views, because the slice views are sitting off on the side, okay, and they haven't been invoked yet. So right mouse button down on the slice views, pull them over, and there your views come in on the right hand side.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we do need these, and I'm going to show you how we use these.
All right.
So the only task that we have to do here, Alex, two things. So you'll see, looking at our panorama shot at the front here, we have to expose the nerve canal. And what we do is we use this green arch to define those scans so that we can visibly see it. There's two ways of doing it. Okay, you can see it puts a default green arch in here. Okay, I can either move these little icons in until I've got my nerve canal exposed, or I can actually just redraw the whole thing. And some of the times, it's just easier just to redraw the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click in here, okay, and I'm just going to draw on my arch. And you'll see as I draw it, it'll start rendering the views. Okay, now draw them up the bottom here just to make sure that you've got your full panorama shot. Okay, so now already you can see I'm starting to get better resolution here, but still my nerve canal is not properly exposed. So what I do now is I just take my little nodes, okay, and I sort of adjust them until my nerve canal starts getting exposed. And you can see it starting to appear there. Yeah. Okay, and I can grab this green line at any one of those little nodes, and you said it'll add a node, okay, to get this defined. And now all you can see is I'm just sort of stepping up here, making sure that we're getting this thing properly exposed. And there we go. And you can see now, and I can also come back here and adjust towards the back. There we go. And there we go. There's our whole nerve canal exposed. Okay? Does that make sense?
Perfect sense, yeah.
Okay? So now that I've got that defined, all I do now is I just draw my nerve. Okay? Now, these slice planes, these are where these slice planes come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my slice planes over, because as you know, and I'm not the clinical guy on this is going to exit our foramen there, our mental foramen, and by using these slice views here, I can define that, I can pick that up. Okay? So what I can do now I can draw my nerve canal, alright, and all I do is click draw new nerve, click in here, start drawing it. Okay? And what I can do is when I get in here, I stop, and now I come up to these views, and I just click it exiting right there. And you'll see on my skull, you'll see it actually appear here as well. Okay? So after you've got this, so all you have to do on the screen, define your green curve to sort of isolate your nerve canal, then draw in your nerve canal. Okay? And use your slice planes, to use that as well. Another little tool as well, Alex, with this slice plane. What you can do is, on that nerve, we can actually enlarge the size of this nerve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this view, clicking on this little move button, and using my right mouse button, okay, I can actually make this nerve much larger. Okay? So if I want to build in more error to to make absolutely sure that I don't hit this thing, I can make it much fatter than what I've currently got. Okay? So just call it like a sort of a safety control valve if you want to call it that.
And you activate let's start over. You activate move nerve and right.
Yes, move current nerve, that activates it, and then it just in one of these cross-sectional views, just right mouse click down and hold it down, okay? And then it'll just sort of expand, just sort of move in and out on it, and it'll expand with it.
Okay.
I'll make this a little bit smaller. By the way, you can adjust your nerve in this view as well, on these sectional views. So you can actually go, so if you're unhappy with the placement of the nerve here, you can actually adjust them in any one of the views. Makes no difference.